It's Friday, May 10th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Only a Newsday, the Gilgo Beach Homicide Task Force is expanding. The Suffolk DA says the task force is taking a fresh look at other unsolved cases involving human remains found elsewhere in the county. In an interview with Newsday, Ray Tierney said, "We're looking at other dead bodies. We're using the same methodology that we used before, but we're taking a fresh approach to each body," end quote. A Huntington Station pastor will face a judge today accused of sexually abusing a teenager. Police say 71-year-old Clinton Buckner sexually abused a 15-year-old girl in the basement of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Investigators say they are looking for more potential victims. After parent backlash, Shawanaka High School has pulled a lesson of the Israel-Hamas war. Parents criticized the lesson at a school board meeting Wednesday night. They claimed it favored the Israeli side and was offensive to Muslims. The school district's superintendent acknowledged the lesson was imbalanced. The Rangers are still perfect in the playoffs after another overtime thriller.
Off the stick of Orloff, puck comes in front, score!
Artemi Panarin's Game 3 OT winner gave the Blue Shirts a 3-2 win and pushed the Hurricanes to the brink of elimination. The Rangers have now won 7 straight playoff games. They can advance to the next round with a win tomorrow night in North Carolina. The Knicks look to take a 3-0 lead over the Pacers in Indiana tonight. They'll be doing it without OG Anunoby after a hamstring injury. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Long Island's Piano Man celebrating his 75th birthday with roughly 19,000 fans. Happy birthday, dear Billy. The crowd sang happy birthday to Billy Joel last night at the Garden. His final show at MSG is July 25th. Newsday's Rayford Guzman was there, and you can read more from him on Newsday.com. Saving the scallops. Efforts are underway right now to bring back the depleted Peconic Bay scallop population. Drew Scott has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Cornell Cooperative shellfish biologist Harrison Toby is heading to a Peconic Bay scallop spawning sanctuary in East Marion and Orient. Every May and October, Toby, a shellfish expert, dons his diving gear and does a scientific analysis of the once plentiful shellfish beds. In previous years, there have been die-offs, lean years, and even no bay scallops.
Toby says he is not pessimistic about the Peconic Bay scallop, but hopeful.
We have a lot of positive data from our field studies. We have a good understanding of what it is, and we have some ideas of the solution.
The sign of hope for the much sought-after bay scallop comes from Moriches Bay and Martha's Vineyard, where scallops have been flourishing. What Toby and Cornell researchers have done is the breeding of juvenile scallops from other areas that are somewhat more tolerant of parasites and low oxygen in the water. They're hoping to create a better, stronger, healthier scallop.
This has been done with clams and oysters in the Chesapeake. It's just selective breeding, more or less. Stock enhancement is the correct term. No damage to it.
These scallops are just a year old. Over the winter, they didn't die out. Hopefully, by next year, these will be the catch of the day on somebody's dinner table.
We have that nice predicted spawning cycle, but it just takes a few years for us to really build back a big population.
Since last year, eastern bay scallop fishermen caught 6,600 pounds worth of bay scallops. After several years of little or no catch at all, bay scallops are beginning to build back. In Southold, Drew Scott for Newsday TV.
Read more about Peconic Bay scallops on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Summer is around the corner, and we're searching for the best seafood spots around. Elisa DiStefano has today's Feed Me TV.
If you're in the mood for seafood, come with me. Kima in Roslyn is one of our Newsday food critics' picks for the best seafood restaurants on Long Island.
We just use the best ingredients. We have the freshest fish, We don't cut corners.
You can select from the seafood on the menu and from their fresh fish display.
So I can actually choose the fish that you will cook and I will eat.
Absolutely. Today we'll be trying our lavraki.
He's looking right at me.
The elegant, elevated dining experience is Greek fare.
I feel that if you walk into Kima, you feel transported. And I think it takes people back to their experiences in Greece. This is our highlight. Octopus, it's all about the tenderizing process.
It's so tender.
Their most famous dish, this fish flown in daily from Greece.
Good thing I brought my appetite. It's a big fish.
This is the lavraki, which is our signature, it's our #1 selling fish. It is a Mediterranean sea bass.
So this is the guy I was looking at on the ice, the one that was looking at me. Don't watch me while I'm eating. It's so light, it's so fresh. I can eat this whole thing. Our critics got it right. This is delicious. Next stop, our South Shore. Bigelow's Fried Clams in Rockville Center. Good thing I left some room.
The Casual Clam Bar has been serving fresh fish since 1939.
There is so much seafood on this menu. What do you recommend?
To help you out, we could do a little lobster roll.
That's a big lobster roll.
Oh yeah, 5 ounces of meat. That's tail, knuckle, claw. That's a cold one. We either do cold or hot.
Wow, look at this piece of lobster.
They also serve soups.
Soups are made 3 gallons at a time. So we have a vat. We make our New England clam chowder, Manhattan clam chowder, and a seafood bisque.
I'm getting full.
You gotta taste a little bit of it.
That's a lot of clam in that chowder.
Yep, every spoonful.
The family-owned and operated restaurant is most famous for their Ipswich clams.
It's a whole belly clam, basically like a soft shell clam, like a steamer. Has more of a richer, brinier flavor.
This is what people travel here.
Travel for, because it's very hard to find. A lot of restaurants don't carry it because the cost of it, and that's what we're mostly known for.
The whole thing.
Whole thing, right in your mouth.
All right. Worth the trip.
Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Smells so good. Who's getting that?
Everything looks so good. For more on the best local seafood restaurants, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Now to your hyper-local forecast, a soggy Friday out there. We're ending the work week with more rain and much cooler temperatures. Here's a look outside at Main Street in West Hampton Beach Village. Grab an umbrella if you're out and about today. Here's a look at your day planner. Rainy today, highs in the low 50s, showers throughout the day. And we do dry out later, you see at 8 p.m. there. So that's good. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and highs in the upper 50s. And looking at your futurecast, you can see the rain clearing for tomorrow, but it will make a comeback Sunday. In your 7-day forecast, it's Mother's Day weekend, of course, and right now we may have some morning showers for Mother's Day, unfortunately, on Sunday. But look ahead to next week. Some rain, but we warm back up. That's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Have a great Friday. Thank you so much for watching.